My name is Judith and I work for Climeworks. I moved to Switzerland 2.5 years ago for the love of mountains. I wanted to be closer to nature and I found this job at Climeworks about a year ago. I live in the beautiful city of Montreux, close to the Lake of Geneva, and I commute to work by train.
My name is Jeanne. I'm head of auto apparel at Mammut. I'm originally from France. I lived quite some years in Germany and I moved to Switzerland around 12 years ago. And I moved to Switzerland because I wanted to work for Mammut, actually. In a nutshell, I have the feeling that spending time out of nature helps me to become a better version of myself, I would say.
Because the nature in the mountains were such an important part of my life that now feels so threatened, I feel that by taking action, I can reclaim the space for myself. I can make enjoying that place a bit more legitimate to myself. Because if it gives me so much, I need to give back to be able to find the resources that I need. And I feel by working for Climeworks, I actually do give back what I find in it.
As a company, we really want to make the biggest possible effort to reduce our carbon emissions. From a pure product creation perspective, there are different leverages. The first one, and most importantly, is for sure creating products that are robust, that will have a long life cycle. And also, we are able to offer professional repairing service to our consumers in case their gear or their clothing would break. Another leverage, very important, is whenever we choose materials, that we always try to pick the material which will have the lowest possible impact, as for example choosing recycled materials over virgin materials. That's very important. And last but not least, we are also building up a circular program called Close the Loop to go one step even further than to just or to simply offer recycled materials. We are also aware that with each production that we do, there is an unavoidable part of emissions released. So we really needed to start thinking about what to do with those unavoidable carbon emissions. And this is basically how the collaboration with Climeworks started.
At Climeworks, we take CO2 out of the atmosphere to fight climate change. Carbon dioxide is warming our planet as we speak. It's accumulating in our atmosphere, and it's making our planet a more inhabitable place every day. It's important to take it out. There are several ways we can tackle global warming, and the most important way is reducing emissions, turning down the taps. Even if we reduce as much as we can, it isn't enough anymore. We need to remove CO2 from the atmosphere. There is an easy comparison with microplastics in the ocean. Once it's in the ocean, it stays in the ocean. And with CO2 in the atmosphere, it's the same. So we can turn on the taps and no longer emit carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, but who's going to take care of the one that is already in it and warms our planet? That's why it's important to remove it. At Climeworks, we feel strongly about the fact that we need to bring people on board. It needs to become a movement, and we actually enable people to remove CO2 in their name with Climeworks. Climeworks machines take in air, selectively bind the carbon dioxide, and then store it deeply underground. The companies that we partner with, they are really serious about climate action because they have understood their responsibility in society. We remove CO2 on their behalf and they help us scale up our technology. I think it's really cool that Mammut decided to go for one of the most high-quality carbon removal solutions out there. I also think that Mammut's clients, people who wear Mammut, take great pride in being in the outdoors, and they must be very sensitive to the changes induced by climate change.
The first contact with Climeworks took place back in 2022, and our first common action will be in 2023, so this year, with the launch of our new traveling collection, which will be also our first decarbonized collection. And this is only the start of the collaboration, as we've signed up for a multi-year contract together with Climeworks and also with other partners. But as an example, we plan to remove around 200 tons of CO2 from the atmosphere within the next years together with Climeworks alone.
My utopia would be to go to the mountains and find that feeling of solace and serenity back, that feeling of this is never going to change.